There's a famous quote from Dr. Stephen Shaw: if you've met one person with autism, you've met one person with autism.
Action! I always felt that I was a little bit different. I was 8 when I got my official diagnosis. Having the diagnosis helped me to explain to people what my difference was. Both of my sons were diagnosed within a day of each other. I already suspected that they were going to be on the spectrum, so I guess it was relief in knowing that other people could see it as well and that it wasn't just me.
I found out at the end of 5th grade.
Yeah, it took many years to get a diagnosis. With Indy being my only child, I just thought all of her quirks were just her. You know, I didn't think it was anything else. When she got the diagnosis, we didn't even know what autism was, so we weren't actually looking for it. When the psychologist went through the autism traits and Indy's traits, everything just kind of made sense. It was actually a relief, just knowing what to work towards and how we could help Indy.
Well, I wasn't diagnosed till I was 44, and the effect it basically had was that for a long time I just keep getting into these idiotic arguments and fights, and I just couldn't figure out what was going on.
We've only just found out in the last year and a half that all of our kids have autism, so it's very new. Knowing that they've got autism now, at least it answers a lot of questions on why they are the way they are. Whereas, you know, we just thought they were being naughty, but it wasn't, they just couldn't cope.
It's like there's a secret set of rules that nobody's ever told you about. In a very real sense, it's like being in a foreign country. You just don't know the local mores, so you end up committing endless faux pas, and people they're willing to forgive a couple, but after a while they assume, okay, if you keep doing it, you're doing it deliberately.
You know, there's people that think that, oh, she has autism, and then they say, does she line things up? You know, like, there's this stereotypical idea of what autism is, but it is a spectrum. There's some people that are verbal, some that are non-verbal. There's some that have severe physical impairments. There's some, like Indy, that just has low muscle tone and fine motor skill problems. There's obviously the social side of it. So yeah, just understanding that just because you're on the spectrum doesn't mean you're all identical. It's a very unique journey for everyone.
Autism isn't always how it's portrayed in movies. People, when they think of autism, they think of kids that are constantly screaming at the top of their lung. That's not always how autism looks. There's actually a lot more bright sides to it. It affects everybody in different ways. So socially, I really struggle. But there's other things that, you know, like my routine, I'm pretty adaptable with that. Whereas my son, who's also autistic, he's fine with his friendships, but if his routine gets changed at all, he'll, really struggle with that. We have a lot of therapy, so we've got occupational therapists and speech therapists. I also find visuals are very helpful. So we have a lot of visuals around our house, which help prompting with absolutely everything from getting dressed to leaving the house and eating food.
So a lot of pre-planning is required. So packing a bag with some activities and snacks, especially snacks, is important.
We're on really strict routines. Everything has to be done specific. We use a lot of visual charts. We have a lot to do with Autism SA, and we've done quite a few different programs through them. We currently have a support worker as well, which has been really good. Well, if you feel that your child has autism, speak to, you know, social worker or your local GP or paediatrician, you know, and get it looked into. I wish that we looked into it a lot earlier instead of just thinking, you know, it will get better.
I just really think that early intervention is the key. If you feel like your child may have autism, it's worth having them assessed so that you can possibly get them the help that they might need. That way, you know, when they start school, you can go into school already knowing that they're autistic and give the teacher the advice that they might need to help your child.
Know your strengths and know your weaknesses. Play to your strengths and work around your weaknesses. Once you know your limitations, you can work within them quite successfully. It's not the end of the world. Yes, there are downsides to the diagnosis, but there are upsides, and once you know, you can deal with it.
Cut!